Hey guys, welcome back to another My Plus One vlog. I am Lisa Lovely and Dan is getting ready because we're going to be hitting the road.
Your love, I'm gonna make you mine. There's something special about your love. I think it's one of a kind.
Today is going to be a day of exploring. I honestly don't give some areas of Central Florida enough opportunity to wow me. So today we're going to explore Kissimmee, Poinciana, and St. Cloud. On the map in my mind, some of that, like Davenport is here and Poinciana is literally like just east of it. So I feel like I'm already south. Why am I going to just go east of it? But Dan is trying to convince me that even though it's east, there's some areas of Poinciana that's more established than where we are in Davenport. And again, if just kind of trying to give you like a gauge of where we are closer to Logman area versus actually Davenport. So people might say, oh, well, you're not really in Davenport. Maybe that's why you hate Davenport. And I'm like, I don't really hate Davenport for one. Point number two is, yeah, when I go to Davenport is just like, okay. And then there's people that live in Champions Gate. They're like, oh, I live in Champions Gate. I don't live in Davenport. So it's a whole thing. So again, I'm going to be checking out, or we're going to be checking out Kissimmee, St. Cloud, and Poinciana today. There are some homes in Winter Garden I want to check out. We went to look at some rentals in Winter Garden. I went to look at one rental in Winter Garden, and I wasn't very fond of the area. But again, giving second chances to areas that, you know, that I just saw once and I was on a mission to just find a rental and I didn't really give the area a chance. And again, we're also thinking about, you know, Kellan's future education and stuff like that. We want to be in an area that is A+ or B schooling and has great extracurricular activities and parks and all that stuff. So that's what we're going to be exploring areas today. Then we got a reservation at Wine Bar George at Disney Springs. It is an amazing restaurant. We've been there either once or twice before. We're going to go today. Reservation at 4. So Dan is probably going to come in here and rush me and tell me I need to put on my clothes and get ready. So again, we're going to be exploring a little bit of Central Florida. You'll see us in the car. I'll try to update you. If they are okay with it, maybe we'll show you some of the houses that we go into. I probably won't do a lot of filming in there because some of these homes are actual residences of people's, so I don't want to be like filming people's like pictures and stuff like that. But if it's an empty house, I'll probably show you some of those. I'll probably insert those videos soon, but if it is someone's actual like residence, I'm not going to show that just out of respect. And of course, we'll show you the food and the wine and stuff like that we get at Wine Bar George. And I'm hoping maybe we could chill out a little at Disney Springs. Hopefully they have some entertainment. Kellan right now is not really feeling live music and the commotion of like the bass and all that booming. But mommy needs an outside grown-up kind of environment. Yeah, if it's not Disney Springs, it's gonna be probably somewhere that we can find that's outside. Today's the weather's supposed to be like amazing. It's supposed to be in the high 70s, low 80s. So hopefully it's not too hot, but as long as there's a nice breeze, I'm good to go. Sorry. Can you see the bags underneath my eyes? Guys, I went to bed at 4 o'clock trying to get some Anon stuff done. And then Kellan woke up like perfect timing. But it was my fault. I should have gone to bed earlier and just woken up earlier and started work at like 6 o'clock in the morning instead of trying to stay up till 4. But it is what it is. I'm not going to nap because if I nap, I'm going to wake up at like 2 o'clock and then I'm going to be like, oh my God, the day's done. So we're going to hit the road again. I'll show you what we find. All right, guys, so we're at our first location. We are in Kissimmee at a community called Cross Point. It's close to the Parton settlement area. The sub community that we're in right now is Kindred. This is a 4-2 that Dan kind of just walked in to see the procedure. So depending on the community, depending on the realtor, depending on the homeowner, there might be different rules. Sometimes they want one person at a time. Sometimes they want you to come with a realtor, come with their business card. Other times they would like you to like pre-register. So like we're just kind of driving around and kind of winging it. So it might be to our benefit that we're doing it this way. It might be to our detriment. But Dan, like I said, he's probably like walking around the house and kind of telling us, gonna come back and tell us the vibe before we go in, because Kellan is a little cranky because it's nap time again, and you know, it makes no sense to take us all out if it's just like, he knows what I like. He kind of knows like, yeah, I don't want to see the kitchen when I walk into the house. Hello beautiful people, we are at Disney Springs now. We pretty much kind of finished up our open house shopping kind of stuff, our house shopping adventure today. We got to see 2 homes. They were pretty good options, but nothing that we were definitely in love with. We are running late, literally like 3 minutes to our reservation, so once we get to the actual restaurant, I'll check back in and tell you guys all about it. Okay, Disney Springs, the entrance is still an ordeal. You still have to go through security, and we always seem to go this like loopity-loop way. Dan and I are separating because he has the stroller and I'm gonna walk through on this side, but like I said, it's always like very hectic to go through this stuff.
Getting into Disney Springs is always a little bit of a process. While I'm not one of these people that's not like, you know, that's against security. I understand the whole security, and then COVID had restrictions and all of that. But the signage, I feel like, could be a little bit more clear. There's a part where it's very easy as long as you're paying attention, but like when you come off of the first elevators to get to the second floor, you always end up, at least we always end up going the wrong direction. Then you get to security, and like security is kind of weird. It's like, what can go through the scanner, and then push the stroller to the side, which is the same like questions they ask for the wheelchair. But the issue that I have usually with that is, so you push the stroller through the side, then you go to the wheelchair section, and then the other problem that I have then is then they still go and search the bag. So it's like, why did you even bother to go through all of that? Okay, so friendly tip, okay? Be the type of people that you want to share any crowded area with. You know, try to remember, no matter what kind of mood you are in personally, to be courteous to people, pay attention, unlike what I'm doing right now, walking through a crowd with a camera in my face. And just be, you know, a little bit more tactful. We just came off the elevator with a guy, and like we're still trying to get used to like using elevators and being in like small spaces like that with people. And it was like we were next, and he just kind of zoomed in there. Just be cognizant of that. It's just, and then the weird thing was that like I stepped over to the side to press the button, and he kind of was like in the middle, and then I could tell like there was a part of him that felt uncomfortable about being between me and the rest of my family, but there's a part of him that was just like, I don't care, I gotta get where I'm going. And it's like, I don't know, an extra minute, wait for another elevator to go by yourself.
Because the elevator's down, don't take that long.
So, I don't know, just pro tip, be the type of person that you would like to share a crowded area with. You know, be cognizant of other people. You are spending your money, it's your vacation or whatever it is, I understand, but that doesn't mean that's not what everybody else is doing as well. So the more courteous you are to other people, and the more people are doing that, is the better the crowds are, because everybody is looking out for everybody. Anyway, we're now trying to find our way on the maps. I love how, you know, we have these like things like the Genie app and all of these things, but then we still end up using a good old school map like that. little bit of sarcasm and a little bit of seriousness, because obviously you don't need Wi-Fi for this to be working to know where you are. But
it's like around the country.
it's just when you tout this much amount of technology and then that's end up still being the way that you find your way, it's just kind of funny. Anyway, I will get back to you guys on the other side when I'm not walking and looking at the camera rather than where I'm going. Can tell Lisa's very worried about being late to this reservation that we have.
We are at Wine Bar George. We're gonna enjoy a glass of Malbec, and Daddy's gonna do a Cabernet Sauvignon. Oh, here's the wine. Cheers. You're finished. Oh my God. Somebody's hungry.
So, saying to Lisa off camera, I have champagne. I'm gonna mispronounce it, so I'll just spell it out. KRUG. It's a brut champagne, which I like rosé champagnes, just because I don't know, that's the one that I always stick to. But anyway, like. It's $2,000 for the bottle. Now that's a pricey bottle of wine, but you know it's an experience, and I'm sure way over my head they'll get into the values of why it costs so much. Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
Yeah, so way over my head is all the different things that go into that bottle, but I was saying to Lisa, I'm sure it evens out mathematically, but like a $2,000 bottle of champagne sounds pricey, right? It's an expensive bottle of champagne, but the pour at 6 ounces is $500 a glass. And to me, I don't know if it's just like an optical illusion of looking at it. It just sounds crazier by the glass than the bottle to me. Like $2,000 for a bottle, you have the whole bottle in front of you or whatever, and it might still just end up being 4 glasses, but 6 ounce pour, $500 just sounds crazy.
So this is the food. This is the burrata, the ciabatta bread.
I was gonna say ciabatta, but I don't know.
Bread with tomatoes and stuff like that. And this is the crispy mac and cheese balls, which Kellan, I'm sure will eat up.
People are doing these like deep fried like macaroni cheese balls. This one looks really nice and like well breaded. We'll try it out. But it's a high-end thing to something that you can find at like a Fridays or something too. Today at one of the houses, I don't know why we didn't like film more of like that part. It was just like we were just kind of no, but I mean like the drive over to the areas and stuff like that. But anyway, one of the houses we went to look at today, I went into one of the rooms and the guy had like a gamer chair, but like I should have took a picture of maybe the plaque itself. Lisa's like so opposed to this guy.
Privacy.
It's his YouTube channel. Is it private? But anyway, yeah. The person, whoever is there, they have a silver YouTube plaque, which I thought would have been great for Lisa to see, like motivational wise, to get to that point one day.
There's a sign.
There's a plaque for like like 100,000, and it's like it wasn't in like a big huge mansion, but who knows, how much they're able to achieve with that thing. And it's something that we like doing. I like being able to do this. I like watching it back. I like learning little weird idiosyncrasies about like the way I speak and the way my mouth moves and how we interact that you don't catch. So, but it was good to see someone who had surpassed like 100,000 subscribers. That was awesome. I'm not quite sure what kind of channel it was. I'm not sure if it was like a gamer channel or what.
There's like a little bit of spice to the mac and cheese. Maybe it's the sauce. The red sauce. We don't have it. A little spice. It's like a subtle. It's not just like a regular like marinara.
To me, it's just like a really good marinara, but maybe.
I don't
Maybe
like
you're used to marinara being very like bland.
Too acidic.
The burrata is not the easiest thing in the world to eat, like without making a big mess, but it's good. It's like spice makes it sound like it's gonna be hot or like it's like you always hear the word spice and you think like spicy like pepper spicy, but no.
It has like a pepper profile, but it's not like I need to drink a glass of water. I'll do a picture.
Yeah, the batter is excellent. It's not overdone. None of the mac and cheese feels like greasy. It's like a really nice temperature too.
He doesn't want to try it.
You don't want to try what?
Anything.
I don't know, man. The toddler stage is rough, man. That tooth with his picky eating and they don't want to eat anything. It's crazy. My whole thing is, right? What? From like an evolutionary standpoint, and I don't mean like, I mean like a gradual state of change in your life. What purpose does this serve? Is it just autonomy? Yeah, like the ridiculous level of like picky and so years from now, if you guys want to get my birthday gift, somebody can find a bottle of wine at a reasonable price. Now, preferably don't pay $500 per 6 ounce. I'd like to taste that one day. Today,
Taste what wine?
that same champagne.
Okay. You don't know the name of it.
KRUG. I don't know how to pronounce that. You might think that's easy. And you're gonna be like, it's Krug or whatever, and then find out you're saying it way wrong.
Something like that, probably.
Might end up finding out the K is silent.
What are those drinks over there? The green and the orange drink?
Oh, drinks, yeah, those are going to be our frozen drinks.
Okay.
So the orange ones are Dole with Tostados, so it's going to be pineapple. And then the green one is the frozen, which is lime. Nice and fresh and cools you down, you know?
If you want to try one of them,
Have you tried them?
Yeah.
Which one is better?
I like the pineapple.
All right, let me try that. Yeah.
Yeah, good that for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I saw somebody when they like actually taste the wine, do the whole like and the whole wash thing and all of that when they were tasting. And I was like, you know, credit to them for having like that like sophisticated enough palate and trained enough palate to like taste their wine like that. Like, I don't have that kind of.
Some people, you know, like when it's his turn to taste, you always take your time. So the person that pours it is always like, it's okay. Have you ever gotten a pour that you're like, nah, I'm usually just like, oh, yeah, that's not that I'm lying. It's like true, but it's just like, okay.
I've gotten unlucky with wine before and it's been like too dry. Yeah, so like I don't think I can do that. I just feel out of place doing that whole and the whole like swash or whatever. But the other thing for me is,
would you ever do that to press a girl?
Especially if I don't know what I'm doing, like that's just like, because whenever you bluff,
If she don't know
you're
what-
always playing a dangerous game with the fact that no matter who somebody is, you never know what they might know. They might be, you know, you think, oh,
I'm a sommelier in training and you don't ever know.
but my dad used to work at this, and like I might not have like a traditionally trained palate, but like I know like things that you would dream of, or I taste like barbecue sauce for a living, and like yo, I can pick out like wood, old can, this and that. So
Thank you.
Okay, if I take this out of the way?
Yes, please.
please,
You gonna try him with that one? Are you gonna try him with that one?
gave him one already.
I tried to.
What did you do?
Okay, I know we're drinking wine, but I wanted to try this Dole with Moscato Rosation.
Still wine.
Wine cocktail. So I just did 3 chips. I had 3 sips. Try it before I tell you. Let me tell you. This is what dreams are made of. Like,
I don't know if I
yes.
taste anything other than
This is so good. You can taste the wine.
yeah. It doesn't taste like you're just
This
sipping
is what would
pure
sneak up
dough.
on you and you'd be like, oh wait, I didn't even know. And I'm drunk now. That would sneak up on you. That would be karate chop you in the head and you're like, what happened?
Yeah, it's one of those
You're
drinks
just like,
though
oh,
that
you're drinking
like
so
it
quick.
depends on if you like when you can't really tell where your alcohol is in your drink.
It's not easy.
Very subtle, but it does dampen the like over the top sweetness of the Dole Whip. So it's not just pure Dole Whip, but it's pretty close to Dole Whip taste to me. Okay, people. So bonus features here. It's just me and Kellan right now. Little man is, I don't know if it's the noise in here, because it's not a super quiet place, or if it's just the surroundings being new, but he is not feeling it so far. He's not. And then you go through that whole thing as a parent where like you're like, oh my god, am I being selfish? You know, you don't want to torture your child, but like there's also when he's doing a little bit too much and being a little extra. Anyway, talk to you guys later.
So we ordered more food. Obviously, we got the short ribs with mashed potatoes, mashed red potatoes, Brussels sprouts, and then we got the sapanagi. Yeah, sapanagi. She's on fire. Okay, guys, you missed the fire part because I was so amazed I forgot to film it. First bite. Okay, so I was gonna go and get a sprinkles cupcake, but we got a little lucky at Gideon. Okay, so we've just been having a lot of like Disney magic today, which is pretty cool. So yeah, let's go. We are back home. Disney Springs was nice. I think the red wine that I had, and then I had that like frosé. I have to look up the name of it, but it was a bit much for me. And maybe I wasn't drinking enough water, and I didn't go to bed at like a decent time last night. So I came home and I took a nap. I slept for about an hour and a half, and so I got a nice little refresh. But Wine Bar George was great. The food was really good. The short rib, I enjoyed it. It wasn't the best short rib I've ever had. I was interested to see how the skirt steak maybe would have tasted. The skirt steak, if I remember correctly, was $76. And it had, it's a portion that's supposed to be for 2 to 4 people. So again, I wanted to see like kind of like the portion size and all that stuff. But, drum roll guys. Drum roll guys. You know what happens when the kids are sleeping. The kiddos sleep. The adults eat sweets. So we stopped at Gideon Bakehouse. This is the first time we've ever had Gideon's. So we're gonna eat it. I'm gonna drink some milk with mine. I will tell you tomorrow how I feel about it, because I want to savor it and enjoy it and all that stuff. So we're not going to do a live action one, but this is our first time trying it, so I'm really excited to see if it lives up to the hype of it. And I'm sure, you know by now, Dan will definitely not hide his feelings about this. He was already kind of voicing his concerns about like, would you really spend 3 hours in line? And I'm like, it's a virtual queue. Don't really spend 3 hours. You put your name down, you come back, and all that stuff. So you're not really standing in line.
It's why when I got in there and I realized what it is, I don't see what would take you that long.
It is a small like area. So I think they're trying to just space people out and not have it where it's like, you know, you're in there too long. And then if they are baking, I'm not really sure if they're baking in-house. I believe they have like ovens and stuff in there. Originally they were doing where they have another location and they were bringing the items to this location, to the Disney Springs location. I'll research that and kind of tell you really about that. But I think they do bake in-house. So what is limited edition might sell out. What they do have in stock, you know, they might pre-prep and then kind of finish it off at that location. But I'm not really sure. Yeah, so we'll update you and tell you how good it was, yay or nay. But I'm hoping it's really good. I'm gonna show it to you now before we kind of eat it all up. Gideon's Bakehouse. So this one is the peanut crunch. See, peanut chips, some nice salt. It is a big cookie. See, this is my hand. It's a pretty big cookie. The other one we got was the pistachio toffee one. And this is the one I'm most excited about. Again, bits of salt. You see the toffee. You see the chocolate chips. You see the pistachio. And again, pretty big size cookie. So, it doesn't feel extremely soft, but we'll see. Okay, so this is a cross section of the cookie. It looks nice and buttery though, for sure.
I think it's one of a kind. There's something special about your love. I want it all the time. You will always be my inspiration.